So, now, look, this video is going to be quite short, but I'm going to first introduce myself. My name is Ruben, and my goal is to help young guys make some change that is positive in their life. And in return, I want you guys to make me famous. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't lie. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the identity and how we can change different things to work towards changing that identity. So yeah, that's my sort of explanation. Okay, so these are tips to change your identity. First of all, change your surroundings. Your surroundings are probably the reason you have been slacking off in self improvement. Now, why do I say this? It's because you are set in an environment that you have been programmed for years before self improvement to do different bad habits. For example, masturbating, playing video games, and overall just things that aren't productive in your life. So, when you break this surrounding and go somewhere else, you figure out that it is way easier to first of all set up habits, and also you will remove habits just by not being in the old environment, because now you're programmed to believe that, okay, this is a new place, this isn't a pattern, this isn't something that I've done before, this isn't correlated to my past. And to explain this better, this whole thing is going to be related to the past because our identity is greatly shifted by what our perception of ourselves has been made from the past. Because we tend to be very judgative in ourselves, and we need to break this. So first of all, it's the environment because we break habit chains. For example, jerking off and video games. Second is new people will only know you through your new identity. Now, when you go to another city, you will meet new people. And these people will not know you for who you were back then, but they will know you for who you are right now. So if you are a young man striving to be ambitious, successful, having a lot of muscles, and being extremely charming, they will know you for that. They won't know you for the weird gooner video game player that once was. That is because that you put a new impression on them, and because they didn't have a old impression of you, they will assume that you are the person that you posed on the first time you met. So yeah, new people will only know you through your new identity, and that is beautiful. This change isn't as small as moving to another building. Now, this cannot be inside the city. You cannot meet new people inside the city. For example, I live in a pretty small city and pretty much everybody knows everyone. If you do not know someone, then you probably know someone who knows that person. So you basically are gonna hear about each other all the time. And this is why I say just change cities. Just change cities, countries, anything like that that could completely reset or rebirth you mentally and physically because you are rebirthing your location. Yeah, let's keep moving. Change something about your appearance. Now, this is going to be absolutely extreme, but we're going to still say it. Buzz cut your hair. One thing that I used to do in the past was buzz cutting my hair. I will probably get back into that because I need to get back on my purpose thing anyways. Buzz cutting your hair is so extreme that it will make a difference in your identity. And now, of course, you need to first set yourself to say, all right, when I buzz my hair, I'm going to be someone else. Because if you just buzz your hair, you're still going to be that same dickhead, but now with short hair. So you need to, prior of the change, you need to put that intention down. You need to put the intention so you will go, all right, with this change, now I will be a different person. Now, second of all, no one's gonna like this. Get a fucking tattoo. Now, this is a little too extreme. I haven't done it for myself, but from the people that I have heard, everybody changes after a fucking tattoo. This is so extreme because it is ink in your body, and of course, if you have something good to write down, for example, some date, something that pushes you, a quote or something insane that looks nice, do it. If not, don't do it. Don't make some stupid little tattoo around like the arm that is like, for example, I don't know, Something silly. Don't do something that wouldn't force your mentality to change. Put like a fucking gun. Something insane. Just do something cool. Because that tends to then sort of force your system to change. Next is do something so extreme it will force you to see yourself differently. And now both of these things are extreme, but they are short term. They are very short to do. They are like go to the barber, get a haircut. Go to the tattoo artist, get a tattoo. Now, a third one is to devote yourself to something so fucking extreme it will change your mentality completely. One of these could be literally doing a Iron Man. If you don't know what an Iron Man is, a Iron Man is a long race where people run for hours on end and they are trying to pass each other by swimming, running, or biking. These are extreme things that will change you mentally and will show what kind of person you are. Second is fighting. You could do fighting because cage fights are easily the most masculine area you could thrive or change yourself. So yeah, these are kind of some extreme things you could do. There are probably more. Monk mode, all of that. You could try it. Next is maybe your identity doesn't need to change. Now, content has brainwashed you, such as this content has brainwashed you to believe there is always better. Now, I will tell you sometimes, it is not always better. It is not always better. And why I say sometimes is because, yeah, there are times we need to change, but there are times when we are going through a passing phase. For example, there are times when I don't really have a certain mission. I'm not interlocked to that purpose. It's sort of like a homing missile with no target. And you sort of roam around, but you cannot be distracted at the same time. Because when you have people showing you, oh, look at this lifestyle, 9 to 5 sucks, work this, work that, do this, do that, you get distracted into not following your actual purpose. And maybe you do not have a purpose at that time, but it is better to not have a purpose and have a clear mind than to not have a purpose and be distracted. Because let's let's for example chain your legs down to the floor. Would it be better for you to jump in that way or if you had no chains? Now that is your mind on this content and that is your mind without the content. And you pretty much get the point. It is always better to not really focus onto other people because there is always better. There's always someone doing better, and your destiny might not be like that, but it will be different. Next is the people around you watch these people and are disappointed at you. Now, for example, if you have your friends, if you have the peers around you, they all see this fast life, muscles, Ferrari, SF90, Lamborghinis, all of these things, material things that really could discourage you because they see you as a person who, all right, he is trying to get that, but he isn't that yet. You are working towards that. You are an ambitious young man, and I tell you, be proud of yourself because that is a true achievement in itself. You might believe this is false, but being a ambitious young man nowadays is the gold mine of success. I tell you this because most people do not tell you this. No one tells you this. No one will ever tell you this. You need to know that the people around you are brainwashed as well. You have moved from this point of brainwashing, but you need to understand that the people around you aren't completely there. They're lagging. Next is don't victimize yourself, but just keep in mind everything I've said here. Do not say, oh, this is how my life has been going bad. This is that. No. Keep it as a chip on your shoulder. Do not victimize yourself. You have something to prove, and I don't need you to complain about it. I don't need you to victimize yourself because never has anything good come from victimizing. But I also don't want you to remove it from your mind. Just keep it in mind. Just hold it in the back. Use it as hunger sometimes. So yeah, those are my tips. And see ya.